Hey developers, welcome back. So guys, in this video we are going to learn how to make a complete CRUD operation in Laravel 11 version with Vue JS and Inertia. Okay, so now guys, let's get started. So guys, before getting started with your Laravel 11 Vue JS CRUD application, you have to set up and install few things, which I have already done a video, and here is the video guys. This video link is given in the description. Okay, so after completing this video guys, like creating the layouts, components and pages, so you have an idea how to get started with that. So now we can continue with making the CRUD operation. Okay, so now guys, let's move to our editor and get started with the CRUD operation in Vue JS. So yep, let me close everything and arrange. And here guys, I have just served the artisan and the npm run dev, so which is running over here. Okay, so now let me minimize this. So I have not killed the terminal, it is running in the background. So first step guys, let's go to the routes web.php and set up a resource route. So here we create that. So for that, route : resource function and then semicolon. And now guys, let's mention the route name. So we will take an example with the products. So products and give comma and directly mention your class name. So we will mention product controller class. So guys, we have to create one product controller. So guys, let me just comment this and create one controller. So for that, let's open a new terminal. So now let's create the controller. PHP artisan make controller where product controller, and I want this controller to be in resource. So hyphen resource, hit enter. So your controller will be created with the resource. So resource means it will create all the functions. So let me just uncomment this route resource and import the class guys. Just import it. So here it is imported, the product controller, and now you can reach to that controller, product controller, and here you have all the functions inside it. Okay, perfect. So now guys, let's create the model and migration file also. So for that, PHP artisan make model. The model name will be product hyphen m. So it will create the migration file also. Let's hit enter, and here you see that one is your model and one is your migration file is created. So first let's go to the migration, database migration, and here you have your product table. Okay, so now guys, let us add the fields in this. So guys, let's just add two fields like string, which is going to be the product name, and the product price, okay, which is going to be integer. Now guys, we need to migrate this into our database. So before migrating, just check your database is connected or not. So here, yes, I have connected my database. Now let's close and let's write the command to migrate. So PHP artisan migrate, hit enter. So it will get migrated in your database. Cool. So now guys, let me just show you. So here is my database. Database, and here the products table. So let's open this. Perfect. So name and price has come here, product name and price. Now get back. And now guys, let's add these fields as a fillable inside your model. So you can go inside app models, here your product.php. So now guys, let's mention protected dollar table name. So if you want your table name, you can just give, or else you can ignore this part because Laravel understand it automatically. So now let's add the fields, fillable, what all the fields you have, name and price. So your migration model is ready. Now let's close both the files, your model and migration. And now guys, let's get started with the controller part. So now guys, let's render the product index page. So for that, return inertia render function and mention the path guys. So I will go inside the front end folder forward slash product folder forward slash index dot view file. Okay, and now let's move below inside the resource JS, and here you have a pages. Inside this pages you have to create all this path. So here you find the front end folder is already created, and now we have to create a product folder. So inside that product folder we have to create index.view. So yep, index.view, hit enter. So your index page is ready. And now guys, let's use the template, Vue JS starter. Here script with the setup, open and close. And so now guys, let us use the layout which I have already created in the layouts, like front end layout. So I'll be using this. So guys, if you don't know how to create a layout, just watch out this video, which the link I have given in the description. Yep. Now get back and let's open a div, and here let me import front end layout from the at forward slash layout forward slash front end layout dot view. Okay, and now you can copy this front end layout and paste here. That's it. So now guys, let me also import the head. So import open and close curly brace from single quotes at Inertia JS Vue 3, and inside this I'll be using the head. So use this head tag to create the title, add a title head, and close the head. So use a title which will be products. And now let's get started with creating the table design, guys. So for that, margin top, margin x4. Here it will be margin top 4 and margin x4. And now guys, just create a flex here which will be justify between. So this is tailwind CSS, guys. Okay, justify between, and then a h5 tag like product lists, and a link tag, so link, open and close, add product, and here give the route, href equal to where a route function. Inside that route function, this is about adding the product. So according to the resource route, you have to use like this, your route dot create. So it will reach you to the create route. Okay, so yep. So if you don't know how to check, please check out with the route list. Let me just show you. PHP artisan route colon list, hit enter, and let me just show you about the product route. So here you see, guys, that our products route completely shown. About how to show the route for create pages, that is product create, products.create, products.index, store, show, everything. Okay, so I'm using that route here. Perfect. So now guys, if you want, you can just use a class to design this. Let me close this terminal here. A simple design, guys, like bg blue hyphen 500 text white padding 3, which will be rounded, and margin bottom 4. Okay, and now guys, let's start with the table view. So as simple, just open and close table, then table head, table row, table heading. So here in this table heading, I'll be using a class py2 px4 text left and a simple border, and here id. So copy and paste, guys, which will going to be the name, then product price, and a action button. And also guys, I'll just add some class in this table. The full width, it should be, the table should be full width, background should be white, border hyphen gray hyphen 200, and just add a shadow. And now the t body, that is table body, and here you will be using your if condition and get inside the table row, then table data. So inside the table data, you can just use this simple class like padding top and bottom 2 and padding left and right, that is X, and a border. And then guys, you're showing your data like 1, and here Apple price is 150, something like that. Okay, and a simple td tag for showing the links. Okay, so links means edit and delete buttons. So you can just copy this and paste here. So guys, if you're using a link, you have to import that in your Inertia view. So just add comma and add that. Okay, so I have added it, and now let me just break this down so it will be more clear. So here we go, done. And this will be for the show, and just so px2 py1 text hyphen sm bg blue of, let's keep it to 300, text white, text dark it should be because it is blue, of 300, and then give a margin end, so margin end 2, and it should be inline block rounded. Okay, so instead of inline block, so it will just be at one size. And now guys, you can change the route here like products.show, and here you have to mention your like product.id. Okay, so currently we don't have that, but we'll be getting it. So for right now, you can just keep it like product.create itself, so we will not get any error. And here will be the edit button. So on this edit button, you are going to change the color to green, green of 500, and text will be white. And coming to the delete, so instead of a link button, we will be using a normal button. Okay, so as simple, and here you will be removing this and typing the type will be submit, and the delete button, and change the UI guys, so bg danger to 500 and text white. Okay, so now guys, let us see the output for this. First, let's go and go to the /products. Perfect. So you see guys that our products list with the add button, and here is a table view. Cool. And this button is attached to that table row guys. So for that, you can just add the class here. Perfect. So now guys, let's get started with creating the product create page. And now let's inspect once guys and see, do we have any errors? Okay, we don't have any errors in console. Let's click on add product. Okay, so here it's blank guys, so it's not returning anything. So for that, now let's go to our route. So here we are using a resource route which goes to the create method in this. So now let's copy this, paste here, and instead of index, let's make it to create. And now go to your routes, resources, JS pages. Inside the pages, front end product, and inside the product, you are creating the create.vue file. Okay, so now guys, let us completely copy this code from the index of your product and paste inside the create. Now you have to just change this title like create products, and change the heading here like create product, and here the link will be like back button, it goes to the routes. Okay, product.index, and this will be the back button, and here you change the UI with PG danger. And now guys, instead of this table, we'll be designing a complete form. So very simple guys, let me just remove this table. Here we go, and start with the grid. So here's the type of grid column calls 12 gap -4, and grid calls span -6, and inside this column 6 we will be designing all our input box. So margin bottom 3, a label. Let me remove this for the product name and an input tag. And instead of name attribute, we'll be using a v model equal to your form dot name, and just use a class like py-1 full width. And let's copy this and paste, and here product price. So here you'll change to form dot price, and again margin bottom 3 with a link. So let me just copy this link and paste here. So yep, let me break this down. Break it again, done. And now guys, let's create a simple button for submitting the data. Type submit and design the class. So let me just copy this and paste here and make it to blue, 500, text white, and padding top will be 2 and padding left and right will be 5. And now let's make to save button. So guys, our form is ready. Let's see the output. Once refresh and click on add. So here you see we get error like form was accessed during. Okay, so like you have used this form. So let us just add that form also. So for that you have to just const form equal to use form function and open and close curly brace, and form dot name colon, it will be empty, and then price. Okay, so form dot name form dot price, that only we are getting here. And now guys, you'll be facing no error. Let's refresh. Cool. So now guys, our buttons are not visible, like your back button and here also back button, which is not visible. So let's just change that. Here BG600 and inline block. So now we can copy this, just paste the same thing here also. Red 600 and padding also guys, just copy the same padding. So paste it, paste, done. Now it looks same. So yep guys, if you click on back button, it goes to the main page, and now you are on the create page. So now guys, let's get started with save the product into our database. Yep, let's move. And so now guys, on this button click, you have to go with the form. So for that, let me just add a form here, form tag, and let's remove this action guys. Instead of action, we'll be using at submit.prevent. So submit.prevent equal to your save product function. Okay, and make sure this form is ending after your column. So let me just minimize this, and here we go. Cool. So once you click on the submit button, it goes to the form submit, and this will call your function. So where is the function? You have to create it. So let's create a function guys in JavaScript. So const function name equal to arrow function, and then guys const response equal to form dot post method. So this is using about your inertia forms. Okay, so you can find these details in your Inertia JS. Let's go on the form, and you can follow this method also guys, or else you can follow the below also, which is shown here. Okay, so you can use it in this format. So I'm using this option here currently, like form.post, where the route you will mention like route function products dot store. It will click and go, and then if the response is successful, it will form dot reset function. like I want to reset all the input fields. And now once you submit the form, it goes to the product controller at store method. So in this store method, first step we'll be doing the validation. So request of validate function, where name will be required string and max of 255, comma, copy and paste. And for the price also, price, it is required and it's a integer. Okay, so once validation is done, you are going to store the record. So let's call the product model product colon colon create method, open and close array bracket. So here you'll mention the name field and then dollar request of name and then price, so which comes here. So once done, let's return redirect to the products page, products URL. Okay, so I want to just return with the message also, just add with and mention message, comma, and here product created successfully. Cool. So now guys, let's get back and work with the form. Refresh. So now guys, let's click on it. So here once you click, it did not happen anything. Why? Let's check with the network. So in this network, let me just zoom it. Okay, let me make it to side so it will be more visible. Let's refresh and try once again guys. Clear your network and click on save button. Let's check with this create option, and here you have the response preview and header. So on this preview you see that you have errors. Okay, so like those errors are name field is required, price field is required, so you have to show those details. So for that you can just go in this error handling, so validation. So in this validation you have many ways to do validation guys, like you can directly get the errors dot first name, so you have to use as a prop. So let us copy this and just paste inside your create. So I'll paste here. Let me break this down. Okay, and now you have this errors. You can copy this and paste below your input field names. So open and close the div, if errors dot name, if it is there, then show errors dot name. Okay, and if you want, you can just design this text red 500. Now you can copy this, paste again for the price, and change the error message to price. Done. And now guys, get back and let's see. Cool, it has displayed guys. Now refresh once again and let's click to save. So here you see the name field is required, the price field is required, and if I just type string, it will say that the price must be integer. So now guys, let's see one more validation to show the message, like displaying your success message, that is shared data. So here you see it comes under flash message, which is going inside the handle inertia request. So let us go to the handle inertia request, which is inside the middleware handle inertia request. And here you have that share function. Inside the share function, you'll be pasting that flash. Okay, let's copy this, get back and paste here. Done. So now guys, whatever you do with the width or setting the flash or session, with the message it will get and show in the message part. So that's why I have used the variable here like message. So done, and now you have set this. Let's close it. And now guys, you can display the message here on the top, or else you can use the layout. Inside that layout you can display it. So now let's get back, and here they have explained how to use this. Let's copy this and paste it. So if any message or flash comes, it will display here. If you want globally, you can just paste inside your front end layout. Okay, so for testing purpose, I'll be displaying it here itself, guys. Let's get back, and now guys, let's try to save. So let me clear everything. My first product name Apple, and price will be 150 rupees. Let's click to save. So here you see the product has been saved and it is redirected to the products page. So now guys, let us display all the products here. So let me go back to our editor. So now you can get back on the index view. So inside this index view, we have to loop all our products. Okay. So for that, let's go back to our controller at index function. Let's create a variable called products equal to call your product model colon get function. Okay. So it will get all the products data and pass this in a array like products of $product. And now you will be able to handle this variable products inside your index file. So now guys, let us break this tr, and inside this tr we will be looping our variable. So use v for equal to and open and close bracket in products. Okay, so the variable you have created here, copy this and paste your products where your product data, or let's mention item and comma and a index. So now we'll copy this index colon key equal to your index you'll be passing. And now guys, copy this item of and mention the details like item dot id, then item dot name, and then item dot price, and finally just change this link routes also, guys. Let me make it to show. So once you are using this product dot show, you have to pass the id, which is item dot id, and here for the edit also products dot edit comma and pass the item dot id, and for the delete we'll be making while we delete the record. Okay, so now let us get back and refresh here. Okay, so here property products you're not able to handle. From where it is coming, it doesn't know. So what we have to do, we have to just copy this and get in a define, I mean props. So you can use define props, open and close bracket, and open and close curly brace inside that bracket, and products, and which is coming in a array format. Okay, so now let us save and you'll be able to get the record. Let me refresh. Perfect. So you have no error, and here is a record. So now guys, let me add one new product like mango, mango mango 200. Let's save, and here you see it redirected back to the products without the page reload, and here you have mango. Cool. So now guys, the delete button is not visible because of the class. So here instead of danger, let's make it to red 600, and now let's save. Perfect. So our delete also is looking. So now guys, we have listed our products also and created the products. So now let's get started with working with edit the product part. Okay, so now guys, let's get back to our editor, go to the web.php, and inside this resource only we have the edit route. Let's copy this, create code and paste inside the edit. Paste here, and let's mention as edit file. Okay, edit.view, and also pass the data of like what you're editing the record. So it's nothing but your product data. So make it to product of dollar product. And from where are you getting this? You have to get from your ID. Okay, so we are using a resource route here, so you can directly access the product data, okay, of dollar product. Okay, so guys, if you want to confirm that how this is product only, not prod, so you can just check in your route list. So let me just open the route list here, and here you see this is my complete product resource route, and here they have mentioned the variable called product. Okay, so you have to use this part. Okay, so that time we'll get the record and we'll pushing in the edit file. So now let us go to the resource, and inside the resource pages, front end, product, and inside the product you create the edit.vue file. Okay, and now guys, let us copy this complete create.vue page and paste inside the edit.vue page. Okay, so now let us modify the requirements. So first step will be mentioning like edit product, and here we have to change the title like edit product, and the back button will be the same. So now guys, coming on the form, so form also will be the same, and instead of save we'll make it to update. And now guys, let's change this form submit function name. So instead of save product, let's mention as update product. Now let's copy this and go to your script code. So here is our script guys, and let's change this from save product to update product, and also change the route which will be the put. So here I will make it as put, and here you will be passing your product dot update. Okay, so which is a route of product dot update, and pass the ID also. So what will be your ID? Like props dot product dot ID. So from where are you getting this props and product? So you'll be getting from here product colon, and you will be getting in a object format. So now you have the props product ID, and then guys, we have to fill the records also. So let us copy this and paste inside this use form dot name, and here dot price. So now guys, let us get back and let's click on edit. So here you see, okay, let me refresh once again. We are facing an issue like uncaught promise props is not defined. So why, what happened? Let me just see. Oops, this is a props guys variable. We have to mention that props. Okay, so whatever we are getting this props, we have to store and then use this props in this format. Okay, so now refresh. Perfect. So now guys, let's work on the update part. So let's get back. So once you click on this update, it goes to the put method route of product update. Okay, so which is going to the update function here. So inside this code guys, I will just copy the same code what we have done for the store and modify it. Let's copy this, get back, paste, and here the validation is done the same, and let's change this to product dot product variable. Okay, I mean dollar product, and now use this dollar product of update function as simple. So once updated, you are redirecting back to the home page, I mean products page, and mention the message updated. Okay, so we did not see the message guys, so for that also we'll just get back on the index of product and mention the message here. So what we have done in the create blade, so we are not displaying the page here. Let me remove this. So in this page we'll be displaying the flash message. Let's save it, and now guys, get back, and yep, let me just make this to 160 and click update. So it's product updated successfully. Cool. Let me just design the UI. BG green 200 and margin top 4 MX5 and PX4 PY2. Let's save and get back. Cool. And now guys, let me just add one more product here, then banana. 60 rupees. Let's click to save. Product created successfully, and you have got that. Let me edit. So 80 rupees, update. Here you see product updated successfully. Cool. So now guys, we have completed this. And one more thing guys, I just want to teach you about the button submit part. Okay, so as you see here, like if we click, and if I click, double click or triple click, so what happens in that case? So it will just keep on updating or creating new record. Okay, so if I just click here 3 times with saving the data here, something like this, and if I click 3 times, it will save 3 records at once. So to skip that guys, there is one thing about disabling, which is form processing. Okay, so let us see that, which you can find in the forms itself. Let me just control F, processing, and here we have guys, they have given the example here, so we can copy this, and also you can find with the separate example, you can use this processing property in this format, and also here in this progressive format. Okay, so now I'll be using in this button guys. Let me add this form dot processing, so you don't have to mention anything, it will automatically understand. So guys, using this processing, we can have an advantage, like showing in a different format, like if form processing is done, then you have to show updating. Again, let me open and close span and paste here, add a v else. Okay, so now let's save, get back, let's move back to and edit the, so instead of 80 I'll make it to 90, and you will be noticing that it will be mentioned updating. Okay, it's updating, updated. Cool. So same thing you can apply for this create product. So let's just copy this and go to your create.vue file and paste that here. Instead of updating and update, let's make it save, and the disable part, so button will be disabled. Okay, so this is the most advantage guys, like when the network is slow, so at that time this will help you, it will just save one data instead of multiple. Cool. So now guys, let's get back, and we have completed with add, display the products, and edit the product. And now guys, let's work on showing the product. So now guys, let's get back to our editor, go to your product and move to your show method. So here is our show method guys. I'm just copying this complete edit function code and pasting here, and copy this same. Okay, and pass that. And now guys, instead of edit, let's make it to show file. So let's get back to our resource and pages, front end product, inside the product folder, show.view, and inside this show.view I'll be using the edit code. Okay, so edit.view file complete code, copy that and paste inside your show method. Okay, so now guys, most of the things we don't require, just remove them. This update product function is not required, and coming back here, the display message is not required, the link is required, I mean title, and here it goes to the correct link. Here your form data is not required, I mean form submission, let's remove that. And instead of displaying in this input format, you can just use a p tag and use the form name. That's it. Same with the price, form price. Okay, and links are not required, you can just remove this button link, and this back button also is not required guys, because it is already given in top. And now guys, one more thing I just want to tell you, instead of using this form dot, like using this use form, you can just skip this. Okay, and directly you can use this product variable. So let's use this product dot name, product dot price. Okay, and now let's see the output. Let's click to show, and here you see the product name Apple and 160 price. So if you go with the mango, so here you see the details are given. Cool. So guys, we are done with the show also. And one more thing guys, in this code you can just skip this storing the part, I mean props. So get back, refresh, perfect. So works everything fine. And now guys, let's get started with the delete part. Okay, so for that you have to go on the index.view, and here is our delete button. So it's very simple guys, you just have to add a at click and delete product function. That's it. And inside this you have to pass the item of ID, so which is the product ID. And now let's copy this and create a function. So let's move below in the script part, create a function with the same name, function arrow function. Okay, and this will be your product ID. And now let's use if condition here and use the JavaScript confirm function. Are you sure you want to delete this data question mark? Okay, if he says yes, then you have to use form dot delete method, not form to JSON, just form dot delete method. Okay, so to use this form you have to pass a form variable, use form function, open and close curly brace. That's it. Okay, and you have to use inside your inertia view. Let's remove this, not required. And yep, so here create a route products dot delete, and you have to pass the ID, so which is product ID here. Copy this and pass it. Oops, this should be inside this function guys. Okay, so I have just done a mistake here. Just remove that and add that product ID here. And now guys, everything fixed. Now let's get back. Okay, let me refresh once so we don't have any error in our console. And now let's click to delete. Are you sure you want to delete this? No, I don't want. Let me add a dummy fruit, fruit, and just give 500. Let's click to save, and dummy fruit. Let's delete here. Are you sure? Yes. So it says that okay, so we don't have anything in the code. So once you submit this, you are going to the destroy function. So let's move below at the destroy. So here you have to get that product of product data inside the product variable, and now use the product of delete function. And once deleted, you can just redirect back with deleted successfully. That's it. So now guys, let's save, get back, refresh, and now let's click to delete. Yes, I want to delete. And still we have an issue guys, that products.delete is not in a route list. So our mistake here, like on this route, we don't have any such route. So let me just view what is the route here to delete. So here it's mentioned destroy guys, product.destroy to delete the record. So you can copy this and paste here. Okay, instead of delete, it's destroy. Now get back, once again refresh, and let's try to delete the record. Perfect. So product deleted successfully and your dummy fruit is deleted. Okay, so guys, we have successfully completed with the Vue JS CRUD operation with Inertia in Laravel 11 version. Okay, so guys, in this video that's it. Let's continue with the next video in the new topic. So thank you for watching this video guys. Please subscribe, like and share.